this is crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's 40 years old and still can crack and still as fast as lightning.
He's still got speed that kind of compares to the average or above average speed that's out there today.
Joe Rogan recently shared his thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's latest training video at age 46, and he was blown away. Rogan said it's amazing how, even as he nears 50, Pacquiao still hits with real power and moves like someone much younger. His speed, strength, and precision are still all there, and Rogan couldn't believe how sharp he looks.
He's still not normal, but he's still like a professional heavyweight boxer. He's still terrifying.
Joe Rogan says Manny Pacquiao is in a league of his own. He doesn't need to trash talk or stir up drama. He lets his performance in the ring do the talking. Even at 46, his discipline, speed, and power are just as impressive. Pacquiao stays humble, focused, and still packs a serious punch, proving he's not done yet.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then gets in that ring.
Kick your ass later.
Different fucking dude.
Right.
Once he steps through that ropes, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like, Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah.
Okay. And got crucified.
Yeah, but he's super
I wish you the best
too.
Good luck in that fight.
New training footage of Manny Pacquiao is getting people talking. In a short clip, he's seen hitting pads with sharp focus and surprising speed. His punches come in quick, clean combos, and his footwork still has that slick, hard-to-catch quality that used to frustrate top opponents. At 46, there's still a spark in his movement, a clear glimpse of the explosive style that made him a boxing legend. Joe Rogan has often praised Manny Pacquiao's incredible boxing career, especially his one-of-a-kind achievement of winning world titles in 8 different weight classes. Rogan points out how rare and impressive that is, not just the number of titles, but the way Pacquiao pulled it off. He's amazed by Pacquiao's speed and agility, especially given his size. Rogan once said Pacquiao's legs are like tanks, giving him the power and stamina to dominate. That mix of speed and strength made Pacquiao a true powerhouse, able to take on and beat top fighters in multiple divisions.
Greatest boxer maybe in my generation, Manny Pacquiao.
Oh yeah,
Destroyer.
Manny Pacquiao. He
Fucking just
won
a
world
destroyer.
titles in 8 different weight classes. Who the fuck does that?
And the way he did it, like
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Cotto. I love this school, and the way that he beat Cotto, I didn't think nobody could ever do that to him. It was just like, bro, what the fuck?
Well, his legs, Manny's legs are like tree trunks.
Yeah, and the
It's
hand
crazy.
speed, the power,
speed, everything.
I just always wish that the Mayweather Pacquiao fight would have took place many years before than when it did. You know.
Well, it also took place when Manny went into the fight with a fucked up shoulder. I mean, he knew his shoulder was fucked before that fight and just wanted that money and just let's see what happens.
Joe Rogan has also wondered what it would have been like if Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather had faced off earlier in their careers. He thinks a Prime vs Prime showdown would have taken over the internet, broken records, and drawn in millions of fans around the world. Rogan's thoughts go beyond just boxing skills. He sees Pacquiao as more than a champion. To him, Pacquiao is a global icon whose impact goes far beyond the sport.
Some great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They fought too late. I mean, if that fight could have been arranged by Riyadh Season, they probably would have caught them both in their prime, and it would have been chaos.
Yeah, Manny was dying before that ever
Yeah, and he also had a blown shoulder going into the fight.
Yeah.
He needed shoulder surgery before the fight even started.
Combat analyst Ryan Campbell shared his take on Pacquiao's return to the ring at 46, offering some valuable insight. He acknowledges the tough challenge of going up against a younger, stronger fighter like Mario Barrios, but points out that age isn't everything in boxing. Campbell compares the situation to George Foreman's legendary comeback, saying that sometimes, veteran fighters can tap into one final moment of greatness and deliver a performance no one sees coming.
Only 8-division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC is going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those two dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this had been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years, at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion in Mario Barrios? It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Ryan Campbell also took a close look at Pacquiao's current physical condition. While it's clear he's no longer in his prime, Campbell says Pacquiao still has enough speed to compete with many average fighters today. His explosiveness may have faded, but his hand speed and footwork still give him an edge over less experienced welterweights. The boxing world is split on what to expect from his comeback. Some fans are hopeful, trusting his sharp instincts and ring smarts to carry him through. Others remember his last fight 5 years ago, where he didn't look like the Pacquiao of old. This mix of optimism and caution reflects the uncertainty around his return. People are trying to honor his legacy while staying realistic about where he stands now.
Manny Pacquiao against Mario Barrios fight is signed, done for July of 2025. Pacquiao is 46 years old. We haven't seen him in the ring in years. Are you cool with Pacquiao against Mario Barrios?
If I was cool with Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting Keith Thurman, I'm definitely going to be cool with this one. Barrios is not a puncher. Thurman was one of the biggest punchers in boxing. I think he's going to be just fine.
If Pacquiao wants to come back as a Hall of Famer and fight one more time, whatever. He didn't look good against Yordenis Ugas, and that was 5 years ago. We've seen him in these exhibitions looking fleshy, to say the least. It's meaningless because if Barrios wins, he's never going to fight a Boots Ennis. If Pacquiao wins, he's not going to fight anybody ever again. So I'm kind of indifferent to the whole thing.
There's growing speculation that Pacquiao's fight with Mario Barrios is just the beginning of a bigger comeback plan. Rumors suggest that if Pacquiao wins, it could pave the way for a major showdown with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Some believe Barrios was picked because he offers a winnable challenge, one that could help Pacquiao build momentum and fan excitement. This kind of strategic matchmaking is common in boxing, where early comeback fights are used to test a veteran's form and boost interest in a potential mega fight.
So basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so,
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
Next, cry me a river, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Gervonta Tank Davis has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and Amazon for $200 million. That's like $30 million a fight. All right. He also has a fight date for November. El Rayo team has said they're not fighting this year, so he's not the guy. So the question is, who is the guy who is willing to fight Tank by November and could build the fight into a fight worth $30 million? Y'all must be out y'all minds if y'all think that Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta Tank Davis isn't a huge fight. That'll probably be his biggest fight ever. Y'all know that's a big fight because the boxing fan today, they know Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. That's who they know.
One of the most powerful parts of Pacquiao's comeback is his pursuit of the WBC welterweight title, the same belt he won early in his career when he first became a world champion. It's a full circle moment that adds deeper meaning to his return. This isn't just another fight, it's a chance to reclaim the title that helped launch him into global stardom.
Boxing Doctor News told onto your gloves, boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the Pac-Man turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.